Marvel Rivals just got a new set of patch notes. And yes, this is different than the first Season 1 patch notes. We also got a brand new maintenance schedule, as well as some major hero adjustments. Last up, we'll go over some stuff from the community. We got a ton to talk about. What's up, world? It's Utopia back here with another video. Today we're checking out all things Marvel Rivals. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. We just got some brand new patch notes. And yes, these are different from yesterday's. As you'll see here, we got the actual official Season 1 patch notes, which do include a new build version. First up here, we are receiving a maintenance with that patch. So the patch is on the way, as they do state here. This is going to be tonight from 11 p.m. PST all the way to 1 a.m. PST, which is around 1 a.m. CST to 3 a.m. CST, and that also changes from 2 a.m. EST to 4 a.m. EST. It will be late in the night. A lot of you will probably be asleep when this does go offline, but the game will not be accessible, and so you won't be able to play. And they say server return times may be based on certain progresses. Hopefully it doesn't get extended, but we'll have to wait and see. Of course, this is when the season does go live, and we are getting those brand new patch notes, those hero changes, and all the things combined here. Now they do go over both some brand new content, some brand new events. So of course they go over here that Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman will be joining Marvel Rivals. We also got some brand new cosmetics there for them, Mr. Fantastic's The Maker and Invisible Woman Malice. Again, we've gone over that stuff before. However, now we have the official confirmation of the maps and modes. So we have that new map, Convoy, which is the Empire of Eternal Night, Midtown. They also say here, prepare for a thrilling arcade mode Doom match and its map Sanctum. This will be 8 to 12 players that will engage in battle, with the top 50% emerging victorious. They also got some brand new features with that. In Convoy and Convergence, both sides can transition to the next spawn room sometime after attacking the side to complete the current target. There's also an enhanced feature there where during the loading phase of a quick match, you can now view nameplates of both sides. So you won't be limited on that. Just seems like you won't be able to view the other side's hero choice. Now we also have an update with the season and the store. You'll unlock the dazzling new shiny battle pass featuring 10 brand new sets of heroic costumes. People have already gone over the battle pass. If you want to, I'll leave the link to it down below. Also embark on the first thrilling half of the Midnight Features season event. So we did get that brand new event that I talked about yesterday, and you'll dive into the latest Twitch drop event featuring such rewards as Hela Will of Galactica costume. There's also going to be some more stuff and official announcement for specific times, and I did go over Twitch drops yesterday, but I will include a link to it down below. They've also revised the refresh times for various in-game content. Beginning season 1, the unlock time for daily missions, the availability of new items in store, and the start time of most events have been adjusted from 7 or UTC 0 to 9 UTC plus 0. Additionally, they have optimized the mission times and removed some of the more challenging ones. So they did give you guys an extra 2 hours there to do missions and when the store does reset. Now there is some changes with ranked mode here. They're going to be introducing the Celestial rank, which is a tier above Grandmaster but below Eternity. That will consist of 3 divisions. And there's also going to be a ranked reset. Based on your final Season 0 rank, ranks will be demoted by 7 divisions. For example, if you ended Season 0 at Platinum 1, your Season 1 journey begins at Silver 2. So there will be some demotion there depending on where you place the ranks. There's also some brand new tournament updates, which include a newly added automatic follow function for tournament signups, and faction members can opt to follow the captain on the sign-up page. When the captain coach initiates or cancels the sign-up process, following members will automatically confirm. Now, once this feature is activated, it is effective for the current season only, so you will need to reactivate that for further seasons. There's also going to be a new faction reporting function, where you can report factions for perceived misconduct in the same tournament within the past 90 days. There's a new spectating channel, chat in real time with fellow rivals while spectating the same match. And when spectating the target's players, hotkeys and crosshair settings will be prominently displayed. So you can even watch how people are playing in their keyboard combinations, or if they're on controller, I assume as well. There's going to be a new setting option to block all active invitations and faction join requests. That way you don't get annoyed with those. For the general, they do have a brand new streaming mode, which is a new setting in social that's been added under the social setting, allowing streamers to conceal their name as needed, only effective locally. Other players in the same match can still see it, but that way you can hide it from others if you are streaming. Now we do have some specific console and PC fixes. So quite the massive ones here. They've enhanced and optimized graphic settings for improved performance. They've added even a new off option for anti-aliasing. So all those against TAA, you can rejoice. And of course, if you're using DLSS, you really don't need this setting on. There's also a new included performance option for model detail, and an integrated off option under global illumination. So if you do want to turn that off entirely, surprised they have that on. For most people are forced that on. They've added a new option for reflection quality, also adding off. So now a bunch of performance fixes there that should help a ton of people with lower end graphics cards. And they've adjusted and optimized various parameters within the graphics setting. For mouse settings under the keyboard section, combat category now includes new settings for mouth smoothing, mouse acceleration, and enabling customization as required. So you can entirely disable that if need be. Biggest feature here is they now are supporting Intel XeSS, which is really great. This is a very good upscaler, and it's much better than FSR. So if you don't have access to DLSS, I highly recommend using Intel's solution. That should provide smoother gameplay and higher image quality. And again, it is better than FSR. You can check the comparison. There are some fixes for all platforms, but for the generalization, there was just some text error fixes and some issues with notifications. Mapping also got several terrain fixes, issues with floating objects, and map sounds being broken. There was an extremely rare issue where overtime couldn't be triggered or wouldn't end. Very odd with that there. Definitely would throw some matches off. Heroes also got some minor ability adjustments. This was discrepancies that pertain to both low and high end frame rates. So again, people that were showing off those frame rate issues where you could jump farther as a certain character if you had a higher frame rate, that seems to now be fixed. They also fixed Wolverine's team up ability. That was with Hulk, of course. There was a few other hero fixes. There's a bunch of various changes here to make sure that things didn't fail or work correctly. Console also got some fixes here. They resolved an issue that after console matchmaking, teammates on Xbox were incorrectly shown as muted on other platforms, where they had to be manually unmuted to remove that status display. Although it seems like they could still talk, and it seems like that was just a visual bug. They rectified instances where some heroes with the field of vision change, the auxiliary sight intensity and crosshair sensitivity did not adjust accordingly. There was also multiple button settings that were not affected as intended, and switching algorithms have been optimized for smoother overall operation. So a bunch of bug fixes there, a little bit of changes with certain things. They've also updated Jeff's ult. At least with the previous patch notes, however, someone did show a visual of the hitbox adjustment. Previously, Jeff's hitbox was actually a sphere. So even if you were flying above where Jeff was located, he could still grab you. They have now fixed that to more of a box setting. It does have a hitbox that only goes so high, which should show some better visualizations here so that you can see that it is no longer a sphere, and it is no longer going to grab you 30 feet in the air. There's been a lot of showcases of that, and his ult was pretty ridiculous. Last up here, we do have some community mentionables, as well as a few bit of leaks here. First up, XOX does showcase that there are currently disabled characters. So first up, we do have Human Torch, Ultron, Blade, and the Thing currently being disabled. They are in the game files and pretty much seems like ready to go, but they are disabled. We also have a suspected character, which is Emma Frost and Phoenix, and a work in progress character. Looks like a lot of those are gearing up to get ready. Of course, Human Torch and the Thing will be ready this season. We'll have to wait and see on when those other ones will be released. Next up, we have a community poster going over that Marvel Rivals has been able to retain 93% of its daily active players. This is even across of Season 0. So originally when the first season launched, or Season 0 launched, it was at 480k, and now the daily active peak is at 445k, which is just absolutely insane at a 93% retention rate. Most games barely can retain even a 50% retention after its first month, even for a live service game, so that's absolutely insane. We'll also have to wait and see if tomorrow's release with Season 1 is going to get even further peaks, as we will be hitting the weekend again, so we could see another spike. That would be absolutely insane there. Overall, it should about cover it for today's video. If you like, subscribe, and to the next one. Deuces.